How's it going, guys? Just back here again with some more. We're all here on the channel today. We are keeping this. This is an all-white hand, but it's not the worst we have. We are Rip Spawn Hunter, and we are a human tribal deck of all things. Like you can build like a vehicle version of him, and I think that'd be pretty okay. Um, but we've gone the human tribal coven direction. He might show up again. Any commander with a pseudo powerful card advantage built in has a shot at showing up again, right? Like that is basic math. We also have a couple of ways to tap him, which is nice. Bring it down Siege Veteran. Siege Veteran cares a little bit more about soldiers than it does. Than it does about humans, but it's just really good. The 2 mana version is better, right? Because we have the God, I don't remember what her name is, but she essentially is the first ability of him without the second for 1 less mana. Hmm. Our guide is doing good work. Yeah, Sir Joshua and Sir Saxon are not played that often because they're not that great. Essentially, what it is it's one card that makes a copy of itself, and you can have it and its copy on the battlefield despite them both being legends. Uh, really good, but like not. Well, getting around that is going to be hard. Mana for a creature with 4 power or greater. You control, so it was only 1 mana. It's just a 5 is all you need for that point. Hmm. Probably gonna have to farewell, even though that's like obscenely detrimental to us. Ouch. There goes my guide. Means I can't flip my Smithy. Uh, that 1 turn mana screw was not our friend. Mm. But it just wouldn't do anything. It's a turn. I need my opponent to invest in the board state more. Problem is that their investments widely outperform our investments, so they don't really have to. They could just swing in for 13 damage and like call it a day. All right, there's a Faramir. They didn't have to, but they did anyways. Well, my artifact goes anyways. Symbol block, they just pay 2 mana, return it to hand? Hmm. Everything must go. That's all we got. We gave it a go. Our human treble deck underperformed. It stumbled a little bit in the beginning, and then the stumble just kind of cascaded into a pit that we couldn't get out of. We'll give it a second go. We do have a lower curve creatures. If we had a 1-drop that's not all that common. Okay, I like this. I think I go Plaza, Bauble, Mithra if I have to. Otherwise, crack Bauble. Cruel Claw is a problem. Not the most problematic commander. Like, we have a shot. Liliana the Veil. So my playmaking commander, Liliana negative 2s it, and it's dead. Problem is I don't have a lot of good answers. I'm just gonna get her down. She probably still catches the negative 2. But if she doesn't, like, sure. Claw does have oh god. We're about to get got. Luckily, look, there's not much in our decks that can actually hurt us. Alright, this one goes off your opponent's deck. Sure. Doesn't do much after combat, but that's fine. Yep, still catching that negative 2. Everything must go? Well, almost everything. Liliana's still fine. Mentor actually might have been the better choice, but this is pretty unavoidable for a Liliana. Wedding Announcement did do work in standard against the mono black meta, so maybe. Oh, I don't have to sacrifice my Great Aurora. Verdant Aurora. Okay, fair enough. I think I'll lose 4 life. Six toughness or 4 mana. We gave our opponent a run for their money. Right, my angel isn't an outlaw. How could I overlook that? Ouch. The blight counters are kind of bad for us. Ouch. Why are we doing it that way? I mean, sure, we can, but why? Our opponent has a rolling removal spell. We're just kind of sad. Dead either way. Mr. Blightfang or Rottenmouth has killed us. That's rough. I just finished up midweek magic, and I was like, maybe it's time to do a little bit of brawl. One day, Wizards will have because for those of you wondering, this is like last week's from your guys' perspective, midweek magic. It was a an archetypes based on the Bloomburrow set, right? Like you choose one of the two archetypes, and then you choose a supplemental one, and it's kind of like a jump in type thing. And boy, pre-built decks, man, built decks. They're not the best, not the best, but also easier to use, I suppose. Like you can just hey, that's Adam. Okay, we got a win. Not the most honorable of wins, but we did get a win. We'll go on to a game 4. If we can actually win this one, like fair and square, uh, we'll tie up our record. And it's looking like we might be able to. Cody is generally a non-creature spell deck, and tribal decks tend to do pretty good at going under those. Well, that being said, our opponent is probably aware of that and has built a deck that can address a strong creature-based strategy. Esper Sentinel, though, is going to be a very good start to make our opponent a little bit sad. A little bit of extra sadness each turn. Damage a turn. Probably going to get to draw a card off of this. Whatever our opponent decides to cast. You cast their commander, but they're probably going to have to get rid of the Esper Sentinel at some point. And that's kind of sad. We have to wait. I think we can play our commander, and then we'll have Coven. Right? Coven is the beginning of upkeep if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. It's the beginning of your upkeep. And our commander, oh, I didn't get. Rude. Next turn. Next turn, Mirari's Wake does it. Maybe. Probably not. If our opponent has well, Destroy Evil is kind of a common card. I wouldn't say it's near the bottom of the barrel. Okay. Mirari's Wake. Can we kill a token? A dwarf dies? A dwarf dies. Can they deal with the Mirari's Wake? mana, yeah, they probably can, but no. Actually, I have a little bit more. I think a mass polymorph deck. Be an interesting ideal. Not exactly sure how practical, but really opponents. Uh no block. Now we get to eat tokens for a little bit. Just a little bit, but should be enough. And then if we can get down, what is the optimal order for this? Probably get to do this first, and then do this. I imagine the next turn shapes out just flooding with these three. Okay. Are they gonna bounce my Esper Sentinel? Right, the optimal way now is we have to gain life. We have to gain some amount of life. Uh, Coven, that's nice. A little bit of energy. We are still dead, unfortunately. Our opponent just has too many things. All of our things are bigger, but we block 4, we take 7, we go down. Down to 2. Don't want to do that yet. Just don't really have a choice. Draw a card. What do I have the devotion to? I have 5 devotion to green. Of all things. We are gonna die, but we at least get to do a little bit of damage. Seize the storm. This was a fun Cody deck, though. Like it has an interesting premise. Either way, though, that is unfortunately all the time we have for today. Oh, rip. We will see you again. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, simply like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.